Good evening, everyone. Ben, we're on.
I had that perfect if you hadn't said anything. That was absolutely perfect. I was ready and waiting, and you had to say it. You should take sympathy on me. I am not a well boy. Behave yourself.
Ben is joining us in the midst of COVID.
Live from COVID Towers in Poole.
Live from COVID Towers in Poole. Yes. Thank you very much, Ben, for taking the time and sucking it up and being with us.
Yeah, right. What she said.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I realised when I put the little pre-screen on, PirateCast live at 8 p.m. tonight, which it isn't. It's live at 7 p.m. tonight, so we could to get some good quality Danny King discussion in, which is pretty
Absolutely.
cool. He's going to be with us very shortly, probably about 5-10 past the hour. We're going to be joined by Danny King 24 hours before the, I suppose, the unofficial launch of the season, technically. We're pre-Preston Practice day, so we're going to be talking a little bit about that with Danny. And some other bits and pieces as we go forward. We have got quite a big announcement. If you're already attached to the notifications on the Poole Pirates Speedway page on Facebook, anywhere on social media, you'll have seen this announcement. We got a little bit of a heads up that it was going live at 7, but it's there right now. Ben, do you want to read out what we've got here as a special announcement here from the Pirates?
Special announcement from Poole Speedway. Pirates are set to live stream for the 2022 season. And actually, the first live stream's tomorrow. Preston Practice being live streamed for free, which is amazing, purely because only season ticket holders and sponsors can attend the day itself. Yeah. So it's to give more access for fans. I know people like seeing everything up close and personal, but there is opportunities afterwards, which we'll go on to later. The initiative is the first. So Preston Practice first. Bjarne's is the first meeting as well. So they're actually going to stream Bjarne's farewell meeting. This will be a forerunner to a live streaming service which will be operating during the forthcoming season, with our first meeting, the Bjarne Pedersen final lap on Wednesday, followed by the Knockout Cup home tie on April the 6th against Plymouth. We will be making further announcements throughout the season, and that's all the info for the minute. There's an option to sign up on the webpage.
There is.
I haven't clicked on that yet because it's literally just gone live.
Just
this is hot off the press, folks. Hot off the press.
And do you know, we've already getting some questions about access to Preston Practice Day. Why is it only available to season tickets, sponsors, all that sort of stuff? If you go to livestream.poole-speedway.com, so the main Poole Speedway website that you all know and love, but livestream.poole-speedway.com, that will take you right there. Preston Practice Day is being streamed 100% free. All you've got to do is click on the watch video there. You can get it free of charge. You can also see Bjarne's meeting is on there. That's $11.99. Match against the Gladiators coming up on the 6th. That's going to be live as well. And that's also $11.99. But yeah, Preston Practice Day stream is free to watch. So yeah, understandably, some of you guys are disappointed about not being able to get down there for the day. Understood. But yeah, at least you can watch it in the comfort of your own home. You don't even have to leave the house. Like Ben, you're not allowed to leave the house.
No, I can't leave the house, but I can next week, which is a good thing. However, I do have prior commitments on the 6th of April now. Personal commitments. Okay. I can't attend the second leg of the Knockout Cup. So that'll be good because I can stream it on the slide.
Absolutely.
Actually, no, I can't because I'll be watching a performance. So I better not do that.
Just need the toilet again. Be back in a minute.
Just checking.
So it's looking good. Obviously we've talked about the British Speedway Network and their live stream capacity, but now the Pirates themselves running their own live stream service. We had some inkling this was going to be happening, but now it's official and it goes live tomorrow. Livestream.poole-speedway.com. Go and check it out. Lots of stuff there. Going to say a few hellos to people we've got in the chat room already. Carl has been here since 6:42. He's already getting in early with his questions for Danny. We're going to be bringing Danny in very shortly. I can see him ready and waiting in our green room. Clive Tyres is in. Hello. Fat Apples, Elliot Hunt, David James, Sparky H, Ian Clark, Mandy's in there, Darren Baker, Colin, Marion Jones is there. Hello, my friend. Who else we've got? Craigie Howell, Betty Lou is in there, Jamie Reese. He'll see us at Press Day tomorrow. Tony Brett all the way from Canada. Lots of people. Danny Chilcott there. We've got Pink Tuck in the chat room as well. Awesome. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I can't. I'm just looking Just looking at some of the comments. There's a
Oh,
brilliant one
okay.
in there.
I've just been looking at the names rather than the comments. Okay. We've got what?
Sorry.
What are we laughing at? Okay, well, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to try and keep it on the tracks because live with us right now, we're going to bring him in right now. We have all the way from Danny. Where are you coming from? Where are you at home at the moment?
Yeah, mate, I'm in Huntingdon, near Peterborough.
Huntingdon. Nice one. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we've got you live. Thank you so much for sort of taking the time to, spend the evening with us and have a bit of a chat about stuff. That's me, super big. There we go. We've got you live and in living color on the screen now. Thanks for taking your time out. Obviously, busy time right before Preston Practice Day. Kind of the what we think is the official start of the season. It goes through, the winter takes ages for Speedway fans, and it's the first time we get to see the Pirates kind of together as a unit. We know about the free stream, so everyone's going to be logging on and watching that. Anyone that can't be there in person is going to be watching live. From a rider's perspective, what do you take out of Preston Practice Day?
What you just said, really. I mean, it's the first time we're together as a unit, which is nice. It's a time to catch up and share some stories, and we all sort of go our separate ways. And the lads go back home to Australia. So it's just a case of getting back with each other and having a chat and going through the bikes. What you got new, what's different, and having a bit of fun, getting out on the track again, familiarising yourself, and obviously speaking to a lot of people we haven't spoken to for a while. So as you say, it sort of means it's the start of the season.
Yeah, good stuff. Ben, do you want to chime in with?
Just to get going, Danny. Obviously, I don't think we could have asked of anything more from everyone last season. It seemed, for me, it was one of the best seasons we've had at Poole for some time. From your perspective, obviously you couldn't ask anything more. We got the double. What were your thoughts, reflections on last season?
Well, it was. It couldn't have gone any better, really, could it? I mean, it was a strange season. The way it started, it was a delayed start, and then once we started, we weren't sure if it would go on or if we'd have to stop again. And it was just really strange times. But once the season got going and we got flowing, we got some nice consistency there, and everything was going good. I mean, it was obviously going good till we lost Steph, unfortunately, at Birmingham. That was a bit of a blow and a bit of a worry, but we managed to cover for him until we got to the playoffs, obviously. And then, I mean, what can you say? To win the double was just fantastic.
Flipping it kind of to the other side, I can see British Speedway Network made a post not too long ago, just earlier this evening, entitled, "Can Anyone Stop the Pirates?" And I'd like your view on this one, Danny. Danny King captained the Poole Pirates Speedway ship to a League and Cup double in 2021. Can they repeat the incredible feat in 2022? Now, that's the big question. Obviously, a very different looking team, a bit of a different makeup. We've got some very young guys in the team. So, we're hoping for them to come on really well during the course of the year. What are your sort of hopes and aspirations? How are you approaching 2022?
Confident. I like the team. I really do. Obviously, it's very similar, I think, to the way the team was built last year. We're quite top heavy, and we have a nice mixture of youth in there as well. I think the Cook brothers in the engine room there in the middle, I think they're solid. I mean, we all know what Ben's capable of, and when Zach come in towards the end of the year, I mean, he really showed us what he can do as well. So I'm really pleased that they're back. Drew, obviously, I've said it in the press already. I think Drew's going to have a big year. I do. The kid's very talented, and I think a year at Poole is going to do him the world of good. As for Nathan, I honestly don't know too much about him, but I've asked about, and I'm hearing good things. So I'm looking forward to meeting him tomorrow.
Fantastic. Go on, Ben.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Danny, we've had a few questions in already. First one's from Carl. You may know Carl. He plays some banging music at the stadium on a weekly basis. He said, with the leagues being so similar with riders, are there actually any significant differences now between the two leagues? Do you notice any differences? Does it feel any different?
Yeah, I mean, the main difference is the way the teams are built. I mean, yes, they're the same sort of riders, but the top league's obviously a stronger field than the bottom as such. So, in terms of riders, no, there's no difference. But it's just the way the teams are built, I suppose, is the only difference.
Okay, sounds good. Again, Elliot Hunt's chimed in with, what do you think your hopes are for the season? We've kind of covered that off already. Fat Apple says, a question for Danny. Does he think it's a difficult track to team ride? This is Paul, obviously. In mid-meeting, all of the dirt tends to move out to the fence. That's been the case for years with Paul. Sort of harking back to the days of Darcy Ward and literally not going on the inside section of the track for a whole race at times. But how do you find it?
Yeah, team run is a tricky one because there's some riders who are just fantastic at it, and there are other riders who are no good at it. And I'll hold my hand. I'm not the best team rider. The way I ride the bike, the way I set the bike up, for me, I need to be on the throttle all the time, and 9 times out of 10, I'm around the fence as well. So, but obviously, I mean, I always go back to Rory. I think he's one of the best team riders I've ever seen in my career. Really, I mean, the way that he can just stick it around the inside, look over his shoulder, wait for his teammate, and then go again is unreal. But it can be tricky. You're right. I mean, it was on the slick side last year, certainly around the inside. So the guys on the outside are going a lot faster. So to cover that inside is tricky. But if you've got the experience and you're able to do it, then obviously it can be done. But it's certainly not easy.
Okay, Ben, do you want to tackle the next question?
So you've briefly touched on the build-up of the team this season. Obviously, we've gone with 3 big spearheads in yourself, Steve and Richard. You said about the Cook brothers, and obviously they are familiar because Zach pretty much rode for us for the end of the season. And you've touched on Drew. I think that was a great signing by the promotion. Just seeing what he could do around Poole on a track he openly spoke out he doesn't favour well. I thought he rode very well when he visited at the end of last season. And Nathan's sort of that unknown quantity that not many people have seen him ride. But again, everybody speaks very highly of what they've seen of him. When you look at our makeup, you look at other teams in the league at the moment, there's some very solid setups. We spoke about it when we had Midlow on the last episode. There's a lot of difference in the makeup of the teams, but for me, it looks probably one of the strongest fields of a league that I've seen in quite a few years. There's a lot of teams, you just look at them and go, hang on a minute, that's really well built. That's really well built. They'll do well. Is there anybody in particular you've looked at and you thought, oh, this could be tricky this season?
I agree with what you said there. There's a lot. I don't think there's a case of there's 1 or 2 teams. I think there's a lot of teams that potentially could be there or thereabouts at the end of the year. And as you say, they're all built very differently. I mean, we're obviously top heavy with a bit of youth at the bottom, and some guys in the middle who have had a year under their belt who are capable. So and I like that build up. I really do. I think that's a good formula. But then you look at other teams. I mean, Plymouth, they probably stand out a bit. They've got a very good top end and a lot of experience in that team. So I mean, God, where do you stop? I mean, obviously Glasgow, they're always there. They always put together a strong team. I quite like the look of Oxford as well. I mean, that's another tricky one. They're going to have that advantage, aren't they? That everyone's going there for the first time. I mean, some of the guys, if not all of the guys, probably never even been to the old Oxford. I'm probably the only one, to be fair. So I don't think it's anyone stands out above the rest. I think it's going to be a tough all year.
Okay, yeah, excellent. I've got a couple of questions cropping up in the chat room, and make sure if you're watching us live, check out in the chat room there. You can pop your questions for Danny, and then we'll try and relay them as best we can. A couple of questions cropping up about the race suits. First of all, Ross Bennett says, has Danny seen the 2022 race suits, or is it the first time tomorrow?
I've had a peek.
You weren't wearing them at the BSN launch, were you? That was last season's, yeah.
They'll be revealed tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
Good news. Happy with them?
I am happy with them, yeah, really happy. Good. Yeah, they look smart, and I thought last year we looked smart as well. I mean, I know I think it was the last year we did before COVID that you didn't have race suits, did you? You had race jackets, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sore subject, I think. But I think the suits look so much more professional, and it makes you look and feel more of a team. And I love the fact that they're back, and I'm really pleased with this year's design.
Brilliant. So if you want to check that out, either, if you've got access, head on down to the stadium, or of course, livestream.pool-speedway.com. Check out the free stream from 1:00 tomorrow. Preston Practice Day at the stadium. You can watch it live. On the topic of race suits, Danny Chilcott said, what do you think about fans sponsoring the race suits? I sponsored yours last season, he says. So what do you think about that concept?
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I think it's great. I think it's nice for someone if they obviously want to do it, they get a great memento at the end of the year. And I think if what happened last year, we're a league-winning team. You get to take a piece of that home and keep it forever. Then that's great. And I think it's a good idea.
Amazing, good stuff. Let's see, what have we got next? Fat Apple says, "What's the highest point of your Speedway career? Perhaps the British GP. Obviously, you've been in one of those. The British final win, or maybe something you won or did in a team, which always sticks out."
It'll be the British final win. Since I was a kid, I wanted to be British champion, and I seem to keep getting close as I got older. And I think I had a second, a third, a fourth, and couldn't quite get the win. And when I finally did it, it was just amazing, and it's not many people get to do that. And I was obviously fortunate enough to do it. I worked hard, I know, but it got to the point where I was starting to think it wouldn't happen. And once it got moved from Wolverhampton, which is probably not my favourite track, and it went to Bellevue, I was just full of confidence. The racetrack, it's a racetrack, and I'm a racer, everyone knows that. And it just suited me that day. And, I'm still keen to get another one. I still think I've got another one or so in me.
Amazing. Looking forward to that. Ben, do you want to take over some of these fan questions?
Sparky H kind of touched on it as well. You spoke about, you're a racer, you're vein of form, and you think you've got another British final in you. Obviously, you went through a tremendous vein of form at Poole. You were unbeaten for weeks, many, many meetings. We were kind of all gobsmacked. You never actually got the number one position, and Steve sort of snuck in under the radar. Is there a competitiveness about the number one race jacket? I know some riders are like, nah, I'm good. You're fine, mate. But I know other riders are like, I want that. That's mine.
Yeah, definitely. I was upset when I didn't get it. I like to bug Steve because the only reason I say he got it is because he rode it 3 all year and didn't have to do any heat 13. So. There is a bit of friendly rivalry there. I mean, I think all of us want to be number one, and I certainly do, and I made that very clear. But you got to give Steve his credit. I just missed out, yes, but he rode fantastic last year, and it was good to see. And I'm actually looking forward to pairing up with him again and keeping him on his toes, should we say?
Brilliant news, great news.
Sounds good.
Ian Clark's also touched on one that I wanted to touch on. We had Midlow on the last show and asked him a similar question of how he found it. Obviously, we shared team manager responsibilities last season between Midlow and Javi. Obviously, Midlow spoke about how he found it. How did you guys find that? Was it beneficial? Was it a bit odd? Because I know very few teams have done it previously. Yeah,
no, it was fine. It worked well. I mean, I think when you've got someone like Midlow and Javi around, they're two guys who have been there and done it, and they just know how to handle the team. They know it's not just a case of we treat everyone the same in this respect. Some guys need an arm around them. Some guys need telling straight, and they both know and can read which rider needs what. And I've worked with Javi before, and I'm a big fan of Javi. I was with him at Coventry, my British champion winning year, and the year before that as well. So I've got a lot of time for Javi, and it's nice to be back working with him again. And I must say as well, obviously, it was my first year working with Midlow, and you can see why the guy's been so successful. He's a hell of a manager, and it's been fun, and I'm really looking forward to working with him again.
Amazing. Great stuff. First of all, Danny Chilcott says he's been down the stadium all day with the lads. Track is nearly ready. Bring on tomorrow. So he's excited, ready to go. Chris Howler has said, are you looking forward to teaming up with Stevie in the van again?
Yeah, he's on his way now, I think. So he'll be here soon. But me and Steve get on great. He's a great guy, and we've sort of known each other for a while. But last year was the first time we've actually spent time together, and we have a lot in common, and it's nice. It makes the journeys fun, and it makes when the team's getting on, not just me and Steve, but when everyone's getting on, and you're one unit, it just brings success. If you're happy and you're having fun, you ride well, you win meetings, it spitballs, and it was just a fun year, and I think it's going to be another one this year.
Yeah, interesting. It's an interesting period with obviously the reins in the process of being handed over from Matt to Danny, and just some really new innovations coming up in the Speedway world. Obviously, the British Speedway Network is launching this year. Obviously, live streaming directly from Poole as well is going to be a new thing. what are your thoughts on sort of the sort of modernization of Speedway? We've been sort of some of the guys who over the past, I don't know, maybe sort of 7, 8, 9, 10 years probably have been saying it needs to sort of get into this decade a little bit and sort of modernize itself to keep up with some of the more popular sports out there. But they really seem to have like upped their game now with sort of the marketing and the promotion and that kind of stuff. How are you seeing it and sort of the evolution of Speedway as a whole?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm not sure it's everyone's cup of tea, and I know there's obviously the risk of potentially losing some fans on the gate if they can sit at home and watch it. But I don't think that's what it's for. I think you're still going to get the diehard fans come through. The idea is you can watch your team on the road, and not just that. I mean, I've got a wife and 2 young children. They hardly ever get to see me race, so this will allow them to watch me race as well. And you know what? I'll be watching it because if I'm at Edinburgh the next week and they're on, I'm going to be watching, see what the track's like, see what the homeboys are doing, how they're riding. I like it. I must admit, I'm a fan. I
hadn't even thought of that, actually. It's be a good tool for you guys to the tracks that you never get to see or maybe only see once a year or something. You know, that's you can use it that way. Absolutely. Pink Tuck has just said we're off to the Ben Fund meeting on Sunday. Danny, are you out to win it, or is it more of just a chance to test things?
No, I'm out to win this one. I won the last one, and I want to win this one. So that's a track I enjoy as well. So it's I'm looking forward to it.
There you go. Ben, do you want to handle the next question?
Might as well. It's from Mandy Duddington, my better half. She wants to know what were the riders that inspired you when you first started out? Was there anybody that sort of made you want to get into the sport? And then likewise, is there anybody during your career that sort of really gave you the push you needed?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there was a lot. I mean, I come from the grass track scene as well, and a lot of the guys who I looked up to actually rode for Paul. But the main guy who I just idolised and wanted to be and was fortunate enough to actually ride with him one time was Mark Laram. He's just my out-and-out hero from since I was a kid. So yeah, Mark is the guy that I always turn to. I just love the way he raced, around the outside. It's a full-on racer, and that's probably where I get it from as well, to be honest, just watching him so much. But I mean, I was a big fan of Scully as well. He was sort of my size, and just watching him race grass track all the time as a kid, that was great as well. But if I had to obviously pick anyone, 100%, it'd be Mark Laram.
Amazing. Yeah, I remember. We started watching Speedway. I think 87, Ben, wasn't it? And Scully, being a part of the team there. And I think we saw some. It's like Ben Cook. We see some very sort of similar style of riding to Scully, which is brought back some of the old days. Really interesting to see that. Yeah, but rightly so. One of the classics, definitely. Let's see what else have we got in the chat room. Let's move on. Some news about Eddie Kenneth. Had you heard about that in the Speedway Star this week? He's unfortunately decided to quit Speedway. Obviously, a lot of you guys do have day jobs, and you've got to look at where the money's coming from at the end of the day, because the last couple of years have been very difficult. We've all had to sort of adapt to things. A bit of a shame for British Speedway losing out on Eddie.
100%. Me and Eddie go back a long time. We've been rivals all our career. I think there's, we're the same age. There's about a week between us in age, and obviously growing up, it was always me and him going at it, banging handlebars. And he's a hell of a rider. It's sad to see that he's obviously not gonna continue. But as you say, it's funny times, and if it's not working out, or I don't know his reasons, but if he's not enjoying it or whatever it may be, then it's not the sort of game you want to be doing. And wish him all the best. And obviously, you never know. Hopefully, we'll see him again at some point.
Exactly.
Just one for me. How do you feel your pre-season sort of preparation and the meetings you've done so far are going? I know you did very well in Josh Orty's meeting. What's your feeling for this season? You happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah. We're just testing. We're trying things out. I mean, obviously, last year I found a setup at Paul that worked, and I certainly won't be changing anything in that regard. But it's hard to try new things during a league season because you can't be testing during a meeting. You need to be going out there and giving 100%. We tried something at Josh Orty's meeting, and I was impressed. We tried something at Kings Lynn, and it didn't really work. And I'll be trying some more stuff tomorrow. It's the way it is, as I say. But I'm feeling great on the bike. I'm feeling fit, and I'm feeling confident. So we've got a couple more of these sort of benefit meetings or testimonials, which I'll continue to be testing different things. And always trying to find something better, and we continue to do so.
Of course, the Pirates, well, I say the Pirates, but Poole Stadium certainly kicking off the season with a great coming together on the 30th next Wednesday to pay tribute to Bjarne Pedersen. We've got his testimonial meeting coming up. Looking forward to that.
I am, yeah. So obviously nice to get back doing some racing at Poole, and I do like the fact that we get a test meeting before the League and Cup starts. And obviously it's nice to send Bjarne off. I mean, he's a great guy, and I only rode with him probably 1 year, I think, at Birmingham. But we get on really well, and we always have done. And I got to ride with him a bit last year when doing guest bookings and stuff. And he's a top guy, and he's been great for the sport. And it's again a shame to see him leave, but he feels it's time, and I hope we can send him off with a bang, and obviously a win over Peterborough.
Yeah, absolutely. always nice. Okay, couple more questions from the chat room. Pink Tuck, Michelle has said, question from Tommy T. Was Rory your best teammate ever?
Little Tommy, legend.
Do we know if Rory's watching? I better say yes.
I don't think he is.
Look, yeah. Rory's a great guy, absolutely great guy, and we actually become very good friends as well. And I'm going to miss Rory for sure. He's great for the team. He's a proper team guy. And as I mentioned earlier, his team riding, I think, Scott Nichols is up there as one of the best team riders, and probably Darcy as well, to be fair. But Rory, again, the amount of things I've rode with him many times, and the moves I've seen him do, and the way he can nurture people around the track is just unreal. And I'm going to miss Rory for sure. But he's still winding me up, even though he's halfway across the world. I often get a picture of him sat on the beach saying just chilling after work or something silly like that while I'm just in the cold. But yeah, no, he was certainly up there as one of my best, yeah, for sure.
Amazing. Interesting comment from Calvin in the chat room. Will you score the most points again this year in this year's final so I can get drunk?
he didn't seem too happy afterwards. Yeah, always. I'm always out to score the most points. That's the job. So I'll do it.
Fat Apples has chimed in with one, and I know you're not going to be able to answer it. Who's got the better fans out of Poole and Ipswich, Danny?
Yeah, in Poole, it's definitely the Poole fans, and in Ipswich, it's definitely the fans.
Just touching on that, it was one I didn't get around to asking Midlow, because you guys do mention it, and I know Midlow says about it, just how loud the crowd are at Poole, or how it is because of how close you are to the grandstand at the starting line. Obviously, I know it's mentioned, but I don't believe the fans sort of pay much attention to it. How much does that make a difference to you on that start line, and when you win a race that you've got? Because the atmosphere was the best I've had at Poole for quite a few years now. I thought the atmosphere was getting back to some of the good old days. Does it seriously make that much of a difference to you? Can you sort of feed off that energy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange one, because normally when a rider's on the track heading to the start line, you don't hear nothing. You're thinking about your start. You're looking at what you're going to do. You're thinking about where you're going to go in the first bend, and normally you can't hear a thing. But last year was probably one of the only years I can ever remember hearing the crowd and hearing noise. So it was quite strange, but it definitely, obviously you just, I don't know, it just fills you with confidence, I guess. You know that they're behind you, and they want you to win. And then there's a bit of pressure there, but we sort of thrive on pressure, really. That's part of the job. And I must admit, it was a good feeling. I enjoyed it.
Excellent. Great stuff. It always is nice to hear. I mean, if you can hear it through, over a bike engine and through a helmet, being sat in that grandstand and hearing all those fans around you is phenomenal. It's great. Gives you a good buzz. Josh Warren has said, what's Danny's favourite meeting from last year?
Oh, you put me on the spot, haven't you?
That is a good one, isn't it? It's lots of moments. Definitely.
It'll have to be the grand final, won't it? When we lifted the trophy, it's got to be. What else can it be? I don't know. No, obviously, what a feeling that was to be able to stand there and lift that trophy in front of all the fans. Yeah,
sounds good.
For me, I remember our sponsor meeting, and I can't actually remember the opposition off the top of my head last season. It was the one where you cut back off turn 2 and squeeze through a gap that was not there.
Yeah, that was a bit silly.
I mean, you say about being a racer, that was one of the races of the season for me. That was incredible.
that was Plymouth. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Bjarne.
that was it.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Bjarne
Yeah.
and Ben Barker I went between. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I do think to myself, Danny, you've cut off a bit more than you can chew here. But 9 times out of 10, it's clean. But that time I thought I was a bit tight.
Shut your eyes and
We
go
all did.
for it.
I've never heard noise like it. We were in the glass grandstand and everyone just went, "Oh!"
I think I made a similar noise.
Yeah. Brilliant.
What else have we got? Danny Chilcott. Don't forget last season's suit tomorrow, Danny. My wall feels empty. There we go. We've got Carl as well. Just tuned in. Said 8 p.m. Okay, yes, it did say 8 p.m. That was my bad. Who is Danny's
my
biggest
post said
rival?
7 p.m. Sorry, all the posts said 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's my fault. The pre-thing said 8. So who is Danny's biggest rival? Anyone who you get an extra bit close to at the tapes? We all love a bit of elbows.
No, not really. No, not really. I just do my thing, try and keep my head down and go and do my yeah. I don't think there's anyone out there that I try extra hard to beat. I try and beat everyone, obviously, and that's that. I know some riders do have guys they don't like racing against and whatnot. They've had a bit of history on track, but I'm quite fortunate. I think I get on with most people.
Yeah, absolutely. It always gives the fans a little bit of we've got our favourites or not so favourites in the crowds and certain people who get booed from time to time. I'm not going to name names. We go back to Paul, but it's all in good fun, and that's one of the things I think we like about Speedway. There's no, you look at some of your sort of football fans and sort of violence erupts in the crowds and all that sort of stuff. But Speedway is very good natured, and we all have a bit of fun at the end of the day. And obviously, it's a good family day out. Okay, so what else have we got in the chat room? David James, I'm going to chime in with one of his questions. He said, "Do you remember Paul Speedway's old track?" So we talked about some of the names from the past, like Steve Schofield, Mark Laram. I think during our era, Ben, we've had a couple of different versions of the Paul track.
Yeah,
they widened it at one point, and sort of good to get rid of the dog track. And do you remember any of the different versions of the Paul track?
No, only this one, unfortunately. Obviously, I don't know when it changed. When did it change? I'm not sure. But
in 91, 92, something like that. They sort of made it a lot wider so they could fit a larger football pitch in the middle, an actual proper football pitch. And then I can't remember the year it changed back, Ben. Was it when they put the
early 2000s? Because Limback broke the track record, and then I think it was the season after that they changed it. So we're like, well, nobody's going to beat that.
Yeah, I think 2002 was my first year, I think. So yeah, I don't remember it.
Okay. What else have we got? So is Danny going to pay a bonus to the mechanics if we win the league again? That's coming from Chris Howler.
No.
It's got to pay for this.
She's asking me. She must mean Danny Ford, I'm guessing, is she? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, keep it.
Maybe Danny Ford, he's paying for the streaming. So that's where the money's going.
Yeah, if we're giving away tomorrow free on a free stream, we've got to recoup the money somehow. So, Danny, I know you're going to get asked a lot of these questions tomorrow, and we're looking forward to sort of having you, seeing you and the other guys with their comments during the course of the day tomorrow. Of course, it's 1:00 down at the stadium for those fans who are able to get in, and make sure you watch the live stream as well. livestream.pool-speedway.com. We've got, I think questions in the chat room have died down. So obviously we know you've got to get moving, Danny. So we appreciate your time. Any last thoughts? Press day coming up tomorrow. Are you excited, ready and raring to go?
Yeah, definitely. It's, as I say, it's a fun day. It's when we all get together, and obviously we've had a bit of chat on the group chat and stuff. But it's the first time we're face to face, and we have a giggle, and we get to throw some laps in as well. So it's win-win. Looking forward to it. And then once press day's out the way, as you say, that's all full steam ahead for the season. So I'll get quite busy next week, and then the following 2 weeks we're absolutely flat out. So I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great. And the quiz, of course, tomorrow night. You stick around for that?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. Yeah.
Are we going to have a Pirates team? This is something we've been debating because it's all about Speedway, this quiz. So is there going to be a team of Pirates who obviously will definitely win? We need you to commit to it.
Well, we'll have to split. We'll have to split us up, put us on a different team.
Very political. I like it. I appreciate your time this evening, Danny. It's been great talking to you. Ben, you can't make it tomorrow. I'm going to be down there, so we'll say hi. And everyone else, check out the Preston Practice stage stream, livestream.pool-speedway.com. Danny, appreciate your time, and we'll speak to you again, I'm sure. But best luck for the season.
Safe travels to Pool, mate. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Guys. See you soon. All the best.
Cheers. Take care.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
Danny. Bye-bye. There we go. Oh, we've got you super big on the screen.
No, you don't want that.
Let's even that up.
Don't want COVID beard.
Yeah. Let's change our cheeky background thing so we've got our logo.
Oh,
there we go. That's better. Got to get rid of that. Right. Yeah. Live. Yes, I do apologize to everyone who did see the...
Oh, no, it's the other way now. You're that way. See, I just got it right with the wrong way.
Oh, yeah, with the wrong way. All right,
it's the deck thing, mate. There we go.
Flipped it.
I can do that.
Good.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you very much to Danny King for taking the time out of, again, a very busy time. And Gather is literally hopping in a van now and heading down.
Yeah, with Steve. He's literally, because he asked if he could do it in the van when I said 8 p.m. And I said, we could, but I don't think the lighting's going to be that great. So if they had the light on in the van, it could have been quite a good interview. It would have been a first, wouldn't it? I think it would have been a world's first. But we wanted to get time with Danny. Hopefully we can get Stevie on board. We have got a few more people as well lining up that aren't necessarily riding for the team, but have inputs to Pool Speedway that we'd like to get on through the season. So
absolutely.
Massive thanks to Danny again for taking the time to speak to us on the day before PMP.
Exactly. And again, we wanted to get, we kind of dived straight into the interview because Danny, again, quite anxious to get on and do his bit. So if you're watching us right now, you're watching us on YouTube, youtube.com/PirateCast live. We've got our official YouTube account now. So we've got a name, which is amazing.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much for subscribing. It's going really well. PirateCast.live will take you to the same place. Check out our Facebook over at facebook.com/ThePirateCast. Check out Twitter @PirateCast. And we're going to be doing meeting updates. That's it. It's all down at the bottom of the screen there. And check out our shop as well. If you want a bit of cheeky merchandise, shop.piratecast.live. There's a couple of designs you can choose from in there. So, excellent. So we're back. Lots of stuff to talk about. It's kind of the calm before the storm, isn't it? It's
can you just bring up my wife's comment? 7:35. Well done, man.
I forgot I had that thing. I could have done that during the interview. I totally forgot I could do that. Never mind. My bad.
That's all right.
Mine pizzas. Ben has his wings again. I see.
They're pirate swords, not wings. Go deliver some pizzas, man.
Spent a lot of time designing that logo. David James says, Pool Shop got any merchandise yet? Probably not yet, but I'd get down there first meeting and have a look. We're not sure.
Drew Kemp bucket hats I hear are available.
Really?
They may or may not have been Ben Basso hats from last season.
I like it.
I'm hoping there'll be some new shirts. It sounds like I know Danny was very tight-lipped, but it sounds like the race suits could be a bit different this seaon.
Yeah, now I wasn't sure because we saw that that shot with the lineup of teams, didn't we? Yeah, that was Danny's old race suit. So any pictures that you've seen of Danny so far this season have been in his old race suit from 2021. There will be a new design ready for 2022, which no one has seen yet. So this is all the more reason to get onto that live stream tomorrow. So check that out. If you're, if you're at work, have your lunch at 1 o'clock. Watch the live stream. It'll be fine.
Genius. That's what I'll do.
Yeah. There you go. Have your lunch at 1 o'clock. I will be down there as well. I'm not going to be live streaming. We thought this might be a possibility, so we didn't commit to doing any live streaming at the event. But
we have a special guest in the chat.
Oh, do we? Who have we got in the chat? Oh my gosh, Midlow says, let's put this on the screen. They will look great in pink. We're going back to the John Davis era, are we?
Yeah, sounds like it.
John Davis race.
We're going to have tassels as well. We're going to have the tassels on the odds.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
I like it. Well, we'll see tomorrow, won't we? We'll check it out. Check out on the live stream or in the stadium if you can get down there. It's going to be amazing. Right, couple of bits we need to talk about, Ben, before we wind things down. Again, thanks to Danny for joining us. Do you remember collecting stickers, Ben?
Yes, WWE in particular, which sort of fits in with that. I've not followed that for ages. Look at that.
Are you talking about some of these?
That's the ones. Yeah, I actually. I was 3 off completing the album in the early 90s, which really wound me up. But everyone at school was doing it at the time, which was odd because not everyone was into it. And then I think the last one I did was one of the NFL ones. And then the time
Which
before
you never
that
get the
was
stickers for.
one of the World Cup ones that came out.
Okay,
Loved
okay,
it. I
good
love
stuff.
it. Even now, I love a good sticker album. It's great fun.
Well, as long as you can find the stickers, that's the main thing.
Yes, that is the
key
big
thing.
yeah.
But yeah, we've got some news about a British Speedway sticker album, which is going to be cool. So Curtis Sport are teaming up with British Speedway Promoters Limited to launch a brand new sticker album for the 2022 season. Launched on Monday, the 11th of April. So we've still got a couple of weeks there. Supporters, both young and old, that's us, will be able to collect a total of 176 stickers featuring riders, managers, and crests from all Premiership and Championship clubs. A set of 8 stickers will be released for 22 consecutive weeks, with supporters guaranteed to complete their album by the end of the season. Each sticker sheet will cost £1, with the sticker album available for just £3.95. Each professional league club will have their own 2 pages with rider autograph boxes underneath to give this stylish book even more value. And if you pre-order your British Speedway sticker album before midnight on Sunday, April the 10th, you will receive set one of the stickers absolutely free. That's pretty good. Not a bit of a bargain.
Priced really well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know sort of accessibility. You can order this online. I don't know. I would guess they're going to be making it available to buy at the tracks. I'm not sure.
I really hope so, because that'd be brilliant for like the younger fans. You know, like your Tommy Tuckers and stuff. They can start collecting the stickers and hopefully they've thought about it and you can get a room for a signature on there.
Exactly. Well, that's what it sounds like. Their own 2 pages with rider autograph boxes underneath to give this stylish book even more value. So could you imagine getting a completed album, which is one thing that's difficult enough to do, but then getting all the signatures for maybe your team, and if you get the visiting teams as well as they come, that would be really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I think it's a great idea. I know people are going, a lot of it does hinge on the availability of the stickers. But I'm guessing that could be tricky initially because they're not sure what sort of appetite there will be for this. But I think it's a great move. It is an older move, but it's something that hasn't been done for a long time in the sport.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we talking to some of the older fans that are in the chat room, anyone ever know if we've had a Speedway sticker album before? I can't remember any over the last, since '87. Lots of other sports have done it. Lots of other TV shows, things like that. They've kind of died out, and it's a bit more just down to Premier League basically now, isn't it? That have their big one. NFL tried to do it, but again, it was impossible to find the stickers. So it'd be interesting to see if we can just get them from the tracks. I think it'd be really cool. It's something to do with the kids for the summer. Collect some stickers. Absolutely,
yeah, and hopefully, like we say, the stickers are available to do it. Danny Chilcott raised a question saying, "Not sure how it'll work with the team changes." That's a valid point. They almost need to do a digital copy.
Yes,
there's something that hasn't been done. Like NFT.
Yeah. I'm with you. Danny's just said, he's kind of hit the nail on the head, and not sure how it will work with the team changes. So that's. Yeah, what I'd like to see probably is each team has its own specific page, but they maybe 4 blank slots or something that you can maybe stick in, additional riders or whatever if they get added in later in the year. That'll be nice. So both Pink Tuck and Carl have, Pink Tuck and let's have a look. Pink Tuck and Fat Apples have said yes, they used to do cards, not stickers. So they've had Speedway cards before, but no stickers. And again, trading cards. They've got a real sort of collectible value now. You can get a lot of money for some of these trading cards. So if you get some, I don't know whether or not they go in the route of sort of the exclusives or the limited edition ones that you can get lucky ones in the pack or things like that. Yeah, get a shiny.
I've got a shiny.
I bet that'll be the logos. All the club
I've got a shiny Midlow.
A shiny Midlow. That sounds like a cocktail.
And it's not because he's not wearing a hat.
Sparky just said if they're in the album, the least the tracks can do is sell the albums. Absolutely.
Well, I know that Curtis Sport do a lot of the track programs, so I am guessing that they have spoken, and I think it's a great idea. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be available in track shops.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
we shall
hopefully
see.
The supply and demand sort of stands up there. That'll be really good. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at the continue with any of your stuff that you've got in the chat room if you want us to talk about. But we're going to touch base on some of the fixtures that we've got coming up just over the next sort of 2-3 weeks. So obviously the Preston Practice Day tomorrow, you can get that over on the live stream page of the Poole Speedway website. There is a link on the front page if you want to be able to go to that now, poole-speedway.com. 30th of March. March, 7:30, first official match of the season, Bjarne Pedersen's farewell meeting. Get down to that. That's at 7:30. 5th of April, 7 o'clock, we've got our first cup match. Plymouth, away at Plymouth. No, well, this is the away match on the 5th. Pirates at the Plymouth Gladiators. And then the following night, this is the one you can't go to, 7:30, the return leg. With the Pirates and the Gladiators. 13th of April, 7:30. It's our first championship match away from home against Birmingham versus the Pirates. And then on the 15th, we have our first home championship fixture against the Cheetahs. Now, that is going to be a fantastic one.
Yeah, it was originally meant to be an earlier tapes up time for Good Friday, but it's had to be moved back to 7:30. I'm guessing there's some other meetings that are taking place. And the riders may have had some concerns about getting back to pool in time. So normal time. It's a Friday evening, Friday night Speedway, Good Friday, Easter weekend. Make the most of it.
I'd be interested to see what I wonder if it's anything to do with the British Speedway network and maybe having not having matches overlap potentially.
Possibly.
Could be something to do with that, so they get the most sort of bang for their buck. Interesting. Right, let's have a look. So Craig Hurl has just ordered his sticker book, £5.75 with delivery to Southampton. That's not too bad. Clive Tyres, does every team get a rider replacement sticker? That'd be pretty good. I'd be happy with that. Now, next question. Fat Apple says, who replaced Kildemand at Bjarne's testimonial? I don't think we've had an updated lineup yet, have we?
No, we haven't, because Adam Ellis now can't ride either.
Okay.
Well, it's not been confirmed, but it kind of has been confirmed. Adam Ellis has been signed by Birmingham.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he's riding for the Brummies now.
Right.
So, yeah, not sure. I did see a photograph somewhere, and I'm just trying to find it. There was an updated photo that showed the teams, but obviously Eddie Kenneth was meant to be riding in it as well.
Yeah, that's going to change now. Okay.
I can't find it. No, I can't find it. I thought it was an official news site, but yeah, I'll keep looking. Bear with me.
Okay. Clive Tyres just let us know that AFC Bournemouth are at home 3 p.m. on Good Friday. So that is potentially something that's, another reason why they've moved that back to the 7:30 start time, obviously. So then people could potentially go to the Bournemouth match and then shoot on down to the stadium for a 7:30 start. Feels weird not having it at sort of 11 a.m., doesn't it?
Yeah, we always used to do the home leg Good Friday, didn't we, in the morning?
It's been a long time since we've done, do you remember the old Eastbourne days with, hopping, doing the first leg, hopping in the car down to Eastbourne? That was an exhausting day.
Yeah, very much so.
Especially when you have brain damage.
Yeah, when you rip your skull out with the boot catch of your car at the start.
And now I think we might have a little bit of an exclusive here. Niels Midlow's just posted in the chat room. Looks like my testimonial will be Wednesday, the 31st of August. Spoke to Matt and he'll keep us posted.
Fantastic news. Thank you, Midlow.
That is great news. And should be cracking weather as well. So hopefully no rain-offs. That's it doesn't get any better than that, does it? Amazing. Let's have a look. Danny's just said 2 guests have been chosen for Bjarne's meeting. I'm guessing they may be announced over the weekend. Okay.
Yes, Michelle. Absolutely bang on. That was the other one, apart from Eastbourne, earlier on in the day. Exeter bank holiday meetings.
Exeter with the old steel safety fence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
The ring of
Those
death.
were their days. There we go. Okay. So do you know what? We're pretty much done. I mean, it's
almost. I have one thing that we forgot to mention.
Go on, go for it.
Came out. The number 8 experience is still available this season at Poole Speedway. Yeah. It sounds steep. It's £250, but I know that everybody, because obviously I did help out on Centre Green a few times last season with Nigel, and the people that did the number 8 absolutely loved it. They were treated so well by the pit crew. It's pretty much all access near enough, Centre Green, meet the riders, all that sort of stuff. You go out on parade. It's fantastic. So you can still do that. £250. You're the number 8 for the team that night. And you get a pit tour, chance to meet the riders. You're named in the match day race program, pit lane vantage point. So you can actually watch the races from the pit lane.
Yeah.
And nobody else can do that. Sponsors have to come out.
Yeah.
Unless they're sort of speaking to a rider as permitted, but they're not normally allowed in there. It's admission for 4 persons and 2 race day programs. So actually, when you break it down for 4 people, it's not that bad, really.
Yeah, when you break down the price of admission, you're actually not paying too much more for the extra experiences when you look at the price of
Yeah.
admission and the programs. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
So, it is still available. There are available dates on the website. The first one being Pool v Plymouth in the Cup. The next one being Pool v Birmingham. So some have already been taken.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm coughing in my elbows. Habit now.
Yeah. I hope everyone's got their antivirus software installed, because we're still not sure if you can. Sorry, catch COVID.
You've seen the comments as well, have you? Yeah, I did as well.
Sorry. So yes,
I got one.
I have. It's right here. So everyone, as you know, if it's your first time watching or even listening, we did the PirateCast as an audio version back in the day. Now you get to see our lovely faces, which is great. Yeah, you'll be back better than ever next time.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Before we get to the pirate jokes, I'm hoping to get some. I'm going down there with the phone, and I've got one of those little sort of hand holder thingamajiggy thingies, gimbals, I think they're called. But it just sounds like a weird word to say, gimbal.
Sounds like a character from Lord of the Rings.
It does. Yeah.
I am Gimbal.
So I'm going to be taking that down and maybe get one or two rider interviews tomorrow and see what I can find. Obviously not going to interfere with the live stream or anything like that. The Pirates are sorting that out for us. But if I can get any additional footage like that, we'll certainly be down at the track. Cole said, "Are you guys down tomorrow?" I will be, not Ben, unfortunately.
I can't. I'm afraid I've got to work. Sucks.
And of course, Clive Tyres, don't forget the ref quiz night tomorrow. Unfortunately, no
Pirate casting.
Well, that's us. I'm going to change the background to brown next week for the Pirate casting.
Amazing.
No pirate casting this week, unfortunately. No prior.
Sorry, guys. Somebody actually stands a chance of winning now.
Exactly. We can't win them all. So I thought the best way of dealing with that is not going. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Right. So the pirate joke. Are you ready?
No, never.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you got to love it. What kind of grades did the pirate get in school?
I don't know. What type of grades did the pirate get at school?
High C's. Whoa. I only did the one joke. You don't have to do it more than one.
I think it deserved it.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Okay, so long as you did, that's
all right. Thank you for everyone for tuning in tonight. If you're watching us on the repeat stream, if you're watching us on demand, please come and join in and check us out live when you can. Take a look at the socials, and we'll be announcing when we're next going to be live. We'll have a lot more to talk about next time as well, because we're going to have some matches in the book, and we'll have some content to discuss, maybe some footage from down at the track, some interesting stuff. It's going to be cool. Thank you for sticking with us. Clive Tyre says, "You got this." What happens if you take the P out of a pirate? Says Sparky.
He gets angry.
Or irate?
Irate?
Oh, yes, he gets irate.
Gets angry.
Boom, there it is. Yes, he gets irate. Sorry, I'm tired. There we go. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in once again. No, don't do another one.
It's just as bad. Oh God, it's doing it on its own now. Stop it.
Is it got a sort of little sensor? If it senses a bad joke, it'll just go. Anyway,
I can only dream of that.
It'll be going off all the time. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. Stay tuned to us on the socials. We'll let you know when we're live again. If you are watching the on-demand version, try and get into a live show. There's lots of great people in the chat room. So it'd be great for you to interact with them. I will probably see those of you that are down at Preston Practice Day tomorrow. If you're on the tune into the live stream, I'll try and give everyone a wave. Why not? Let's take it over. Ben, I'm sure you'll be down in some form or fashion on Wednesday for Biani's testimonial, COVID pending.
Well, to be honest, I'm allowed out after my 10 days and it's way up by then. So I fully intend on being down there. Whether I'll be spectating or assisting on centre green, I'm not entirely sure of yet, but I have been asked to help. It just depends on COVID protocols at the stadium.
Yeah.
I hope to be testing negative by then anyway. So fingers crossed.
Sounds good.
But everyone enjoy it. Make the most of it. And those that can't go, make the most of the live stream. Show Danny there's an appetite for it.
Exactly. I mean, and there's nothing stopping you going to the meeting, watching it live, and then going home. You can watch these meetings on demand. So if you want to sort of watch them back after they've happened, they don't just stream live. You can watch them on demand afterwards. So you can check that out. And if it's a cracking meeting, come back home and watch it again on the stream. Why not? It's all going towards support and showing people that there's some interest in it, and it will stick around, hopefully. So great stuff. Thank you, everyone, once again for joining us. Thank you, Ben. Through COVID times, you are joining us, and I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you, mate, and thank you for all your hard work and efforts. And thank you to everybody for viewing. Please, 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 I can't tell you how important it is. Spread the word. There are still people who aren't aware of this, who I think would enjoy it. I did try and spread the word to Ipswich fans last night and the day before, just because Danny was on, and we're quite happy to ask other Speedway questions because we appreciate they don't just ride for Paul anymore.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
But thank you for all of your support, and thanks for your interaction on the comments. It is invaluable, and we can't thank you enough. It's so much appreciated. Thank you, guys. It
is. And, we're going to be down at the track a lot of weeks as well. So feel free to come and say hi. We don't bite unless you ask us really nicely.
I do.
Well, yeah, you probably do. But yeah, come and say hi, have a chat, whatever. It's cool. We'll be around and about. So come and say hello. Just have a chat. It's awesome. Be cool. It'd be good to meet up with some of you guys. So thank you. Thank you for all the support. And we're going to sign off. We'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.